Hello and welcome to part 2 of the beginner handstand series. In this part we're going to cover line work. It's very important that we start to get the right structure in your handstand. This will feel more difficult to start with, but as you progress you'll find that it is actually making your handstand more efficient. And you won't have to go back later and address bad habits. So we're going to start with the back line drill. Basically you're going to lie on your back. We're trying to get a rib cage to hip connection. So exhale, ribs down, posterior tilt, so anterior tilt, we want to scoop the hips, pull the ribs down and maintain that. We're going to lie on our back and I'm going to show you a couple of options. Option 1, exhale, ribs down, posterior tilt, arms and legs up in the air, holding this. As we get stronger, we want to be able to move our legs further and further away until we're here. Our aim here is to keep the shoulder blades off the ground and the tailbone off the ground. Ribs down, posterior tilt, reaching with the toes, reaching overhead. The second one we're going to cover is the front line drill. I like to start people holding a stick with their thumbs up. If your shoulders have very little overhead range, wider is easier than narrow. We want to get to this point though. As I suggest, we're going to be focusing on the front, so you're going to lie face down on the floor. Like so, stick out. Now, we're going to try and do the same cues that we did in the back line drill. Exhale, ribs down. Posterior tilt, flat back, feet together, and reach that stick away. So I am pushing the stick away from me. My ribs are down, my posterior tilt's on, and I'm reaching my toes, reaching my fingers. We start doing line drills on the floor to teach the body how we want it to stack and the components of how you'll do that when you go upside down on a wall.